Hello there. Today I'm going to be teaching us how to use leaves to make moi-moi. Now take your fresh leaf. After washing it properly, with your kitchen shears, you snip this off. Snip off all the stalk. Of course I'm using more than 4 leaves. Just using this as sample. Now after you're done with that, come to the center of the leaf and push. As long as the leaf is fresh, this will come off. And it's always best to use fresh leaves. Now remove this. Set it aside. Come to another leaf, push, and this will come off. Now this stops it from being flexible. When it's time to fold, it's going to make it difficult to fold if you don't remove it. So it's important to remove it so that you can fold the moi-moi very well and it won't spill when you put it in the pot. Do that to all your leaves and then you're ready to start putting the moi-moi in. Now here is our browned moi-moi. You can see the consistency. It's best not to allow them put a lot of water in it if you are going to grind it outside, but if you are doing it at home, also don't add too much water so that you can control the mixing yourself. First off, add 2 cooking spoons of oil into it. This is 4.5 cups of beans, washed and ground. Once you've done that, you mix it in properly. You should have boiled water nearby. It's actually better to put warm water into moi-moi when mixing it. Now after that is added, now you can add the water. Add a little at a time so that it's not too watery. My aim here is to show you the consistency it should be and also to teach you how to wrap it in leaves. Now it's still too thick, so we add more. It still is too thick. You don't want the moi-moi hard when it's done. You want it at a consistency that no matter what time it's eaten, it is soft and nice and moist. We're almost there, but it's still thick. Just a little more and we'll be fine. Still thinking it's a little more. Yes, so it is just right. So this is the consistency your moi-moi should be. It might seem watery to some, but it's fine. It could still do with a little water, but why I'm not adding that is because we're going to use hot water to also dissolve the cubes. They are going to put in it the seasoning cubes. Now it's important to do this so that you don't find lumps of seasoning in the moi-moi later when it's cooked. So use hot water to dissolve it completely and then you pour it in as liquid. Okay, so now it's all dissolved, it's all in liquid form. You pour it in and then you mix. Once that goes in, you add your fish. The fish goes in last, the smoked fish. You can leave out the skin if you want. So add everything. And then you mix it. You can also use boiled egg, corned beef, but I love to use smoked fish. I just feel it makes it richer. So now you see. Now we're ready to start wrapping. After you've checked for salt, you make sure your taste is just as you want it. Now we'll get into the wrapping. Remember, all of this veins should be gone, so it's flexible. Now take one leaf, turn like this, fold it in one way, fold it in another way, and then you fold back. Now you understand why we had to remove that, so that it can be flexible like this. Now hold it, take one scoop, depending on how much you want it to be, and you pour it in carefully. And take half and put. Now you do this, and then you fold backwards. And there you have it. Now carefully place it in a pot that has been lined with the stalks that you cut off and has a little hot water. You can see the level of the hot water. You shouldn't exceed this at any point in time. And the stalks prevent water from entering the moi-moi when it's boiling. Now make sure the water is already warm, but put it on low heat so that as you add the moi-moi, it won't start cooking, so that it's not a situation where the bottom is cooked and the top isn't cooked yet. So just put it on low heat, but the pot should be at least warm. The water should be hot, not boiling, and don't forget to line with the stalks. So do that and place them carefully around each other. Like this. You fold one way, you fold another way, and then you bend. And then you open it up. Pour in one scoop, pour in a second scoop, depending on how you want it. Push this back. Now this is the second way of folding it if it's going to be a lot. And as usual, place it carefully into the pot. It shouldn't be able to spill after you folded it. If it's spilling, then you know it's wrong. Place carefully in the pot. Usually I prefer to place them in a circular motion and then start to put them carefully on each other. But never put it in a tray. As soon as you wrap one, place it in the pot carefully.
Right.
You can put it in here, or you can open up. But I think this is safer when you open it up. And then you pour in one scoop, and then perhaps a second scoop or half. Push it back, and then you do this, and then you fold. So you see how carefully they are arranged. Usually putting the first layer is the challenge. After the first layer has gone in, it's a bit easier because you just put the rest on the one that has already been put in previously. One last time, 2 leaves, they back each other, fold one way, fold another way, bend. Now you can either put here or here, but I prefer in because it's safer and it's spill proof. One scoop, another scoop if you need, fold inside, one like this, and then thumbs down,